Today's shout out is dedicated to everyone who has ever served in the United States Armed Forces. During what war were American troops known as doughboys? Was it the Civil War, World War I, World War II, or the Korean War? You've got 3 seconds. Go. According to one theory, the buttons on World War I infantry uniforms look like dumplings made from dough, hence the term doughboy. That's your answer, and that's your shout-out.
This special day is a fantastic one that commemorates the millions of people who ever fought or gave up their time or even their lives for our country. The words of Ben honoring America's veterans. Danny's uncle is in the military, so he always calls him to honor him for serving our country. Natasha says we should give veterans a speech about how thankful we are that they are or were serving our country. Nahar or Nihar hopes that people all over the U.S. will do at least one thing nice for this Veterans Day. And Jojo plans to spend time with war veterans at a nursing home, saying it's a great way to serve my country and the people who've served us. Well, we also salute America's veterans, beginning with this report about how today's holiday got started.
The images you're seeing are 90 years old, showing dogfights between the first warplanes, battles between the first doughboys, faces from the First World War. It was known as the Great War, the war to end all wars, and though that didn't hold true, it did give rise to the holiday America celebrates this November 11th, Veterans Day.
I thank our nation's veterans for the fine example that you have set for our country. I thank you for your courage and your patriotism and your devotion to duty.
This particular date was chosen because it was on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918 that the armistice was signed, ending World War I. In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the date a holiday and called it Armistice Day. In 1921, unknown soldiers were entombed in ceremonies at Arlington National Cemetery, London's Westminster Abbey, and Paris's Arc de Triomphe. 2 decades later, the world was again embroiled in conflict, as World War II saw the greatest mobilization of troops in American history. Following that war, and later the Korean conflict, Armistice Day was expanded to honor American veterans of all wars. In 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the bill to change the name, and the holiday has been Veterans Day ever since. Today, it's not limited to those who've served in battle. Veterans Day salutes every American service person, in or out of conflict. The reasons are simple.
You keep faith with America. Your example of service and sacrifice inspires a new generation of freedom's defenders. May God keep us truly grateful for everything that you've done.
Grateful indeed.
See if you can ID me. I was born in Harrison County, Missouri in 1901. I lied about my age so that I could join the Army when I was 16 years old. I'm the only living American veteran of World War I. I'm Frank Buckles, and I was an ambulance driver in the Great War.
Our coverage of Veterans Day continues online. Do you know the difference between this holiday and Memorial Day? You'll find the answer in our one sheet, and our learning activity challenges students to interview U.S. military personnel to explore the sacrifices these men and women made in defense of our country. Check out both resources at cnnstudentnews.com. Well, some store owners are supporting U.S. troops and their families by offering an assist down the aisle. You see,